Oh, hi. I didn't see you coming, which is weird because I must have pushed the button to turn the thing on and didn't see you come in. Truth be told, I don't see you now. This is all an illusion, right? Okay. As is time and much of the universe. Not important. But what is important ooh, that hit the spot. Runaway freight train to my brain. I got stacks of wax, although it's not even wax. I'm not going to lie to you. If this was wax, it probably would have melted or deformed. It's polyvinyl chloride, PVC. Not wax at all. Anyway, Easter Sunday, I had a little extra time since everything seems to be closed and nobody's doing anything, except I'm going to work later, but that's another story, because I have no life. I'm not my own man. I'm a slave to the corporate fast food establishment. Also the hair. I can't do anything with the hair. No comb, no brush, no haircut. Nothing will work. It cannot be solved. No hair gel, no cream. Shaving it would just make it come back like I'd look like one of the Hair Bear bunch with a 70s thing. Frizzy afro on a white man is not. I think I'd look like Monty Rock the Third. Alright, I got a crate o' vinyl here, although I've taken it out of the crate. That's a disclaimer. But we'll just show you what I got. Then I'll show you the records. From 1980, the Robin Thompson Band. The regional hit was Bright Eyes. This is that was actually not a big top 40 hit. I think it entered the top 40, but it got a lot of radio play, especially down here in East Texas. There's a longer version on this LP, and I did lose this LP in the storage unit in 1993. But a few years ago, my sister ordered it. Came in sealed. Still in the shrink now, but of course I opened it and played it because some things I actually do play and listen. You mustn't know the secrets behind the curtain. Now I'll have to kill you all. This isn't a camera. It's an alarm. It's an alarm phone thing. I'm not starting over. I'm not editing that out because my computer's not powerful enough to do it. I have to do it all on the phone. No, you've just been alarmed. Neil Diamond's Serenade. Longfellow Serenade is on this. I may have more than one copy of this, now that I mention it, because I seem to remember looking on this album and finding Longfellow Serenade. And if I have two copies of a Neil Diamond album, it's an accident. An accident. Songs that brought sunshine into the Depression. I've been kind of depressed lately, to tell you the truth. What brings sunshine into my depression? That's right, Chuck Mangione's Feels So Good. I was at work last night and it came on, and I was happy for the 9 minutes and 43 seconds that extended play song played. And then I went back to hating my job and my life choices. Anyway, the Hollywood Soundstage Chorus sings all these, like Brother Can You Spare a Dime? Let a Smile Be Your Umbrella. Let's Have Another Cup of Coffee. It was coffee that was like 10 cents. You're going to have a lot of those in the Depression. Because your brother can you spare a dime. Well, that's one cup of coffee. Now's the time to fall in love. Potatoes are cheaper. Shuffle off to Buffalo. I found $1 million baby. Shantytown. Happy days are here again. He's a jolly good fellow. And Auld Lang Syne. I don't know how they get old out of that, but they do. Before she was Old and cold and dead. She was hot. Peggy Lee. Ole Ala Lee. She's these are she did a couple of these albums, and the Spanish. I think I have the other one. We'll see. But you know, come dance to the beat by myself. You're right for me. Yeah, it was one of those Spanish things people did in the 50s. And I always thought she was a very beautiful and sexy lady. And then she's 89 years old and she's dead. And maybe not as good. And I say to myself, is that all there is? Dwayne Eddy. Guitar meets strings. Sweet and different sound. Silky strings. Songs like High Noon. Born to Be With You. Secret Love, Unchained Melody, Moon River, Bali High. Lester Burnham would play Bali High, or his wife would, and he would throw his foot against the wall. That one's going to keep coming back up again, because American Beauty was a great film, and it was 20 years ago, and you're going to say, oh, Kevin Spacey's a scumbag and all the things he did. That movie won Best Picture, Kevin Spacey won Best Actor, and you got to live with that. That's what you did, Hollywood. I'm not going to let you forget. Cantino at the Fabulous Flamingo. I'm guessing in Vegas. I'm guessing. It doesn't say Vegas. This is Fabulous Flamingo. Anyway, he's a accordion guy. I always thought Teresa Brewer was beautiful. Her big song was Nickelodeon. I was thinking Tennessee Waltz, but that was Patti Page. Always confuse them. Heavenly Lover, is it? Orchestra and chorus directed by Dick Jacobs. Dick had a hand in this. Hula Hoop Song, Chain of Friendship, Pick Up a Doodle. The rain falls on everybody, but don't it? Alright, Breakfast at Tiffany's soundtrack. Music from the motion pictures conducted by Henry Mancini. I'm wondering if they have the cringeworthy and embarrassing. Yes, they do. And people say what a great film it was and how fantastic and everything. But this whole Mickey Rooney thing, it's going to keep back coming to haunt you every time. Where is it? Mickey Rooney as a Chinese stereotype. Johnny Maddox, Saber Dance. Kind of like the safety dance, but perhaps not as safe. Let's see, Full Moon, Empty Arms, Moon Love, Don't You Know, Till the End of Time, Melody in F. I don't want to hear your F in melody. Ray E. Bill plays Glenn Miller. This one's a little ragged. Vinyl's okay. Not that I would know, of course. I have looked at it. I looked at that vinyl and I said, you're okay. The outside's a little destroyed, aged, ravaged by time, but you're okay. And I say that same thing to myself every time I look in the mirror, and I'm lying. The Headliners, Volume 3. I hope this is all recorded because this is some dynamite stuff. Despite all the alarms and the messaging bells, this is some good humor. We got Steve Lawrence, Tell Her I Said Hello, Dave Brubeck with strings, Kathy's Waltz, Marty Robbins, Never Look Back. This is very eclectic. Andre Previn Trio, Lose Me Now, Bobby V, Tenderly Yours. That's courtesy of Liberty Records. You don't just get that song. You don't just get Bobby V. You've got to have some courtesy. Andy Williams, The Wonderful World of Young. Brooke Benton, Revenge. Okay. In the 50s and 60s, I'd say the 50s more so, we had a lot more patience. We listened to a lot more different kinds of music. I guess we just would sit down and listen to the whole record, even if one song was Steve Lawrence, the next song was Dave Brubeck, and the next song was Marty Robbins. We'd listen to it all. And then Jerry Marat's Harmonicats. These are different kinds of music. Hey, Patti Page. Let's see. Now, I think she also sang, well, it's not on here, but she sang How Much Is That Dog in the Window? Was that her? And this one, Inspected by M. Har. This is page 2, a collection of her most famous songs. When You're Smiling, You're Driving Me Crazy, I Still Get a Thrill, Rockin' Chair, Christmas and Hymns and Carols. I know Christmas is 8 months away. What do you gotta do? I'm not about to sit down and listen to it today. The Ames Brothers, vocals with orchestra. You know, their best song is not on here. It's Destination Moon. Sing Me a Song of the Islands. And others. Martin Denny's Exotica, Volume 2. Transistorized stereophonic sound. It's one of those mood albums that you play in the 50s. You know, that Lester Burnham's wife would play before he threw the dinner at the wall in anger. You know, I'm at a loss because I'm not kidding. I just pulled these out of the crate, right? And this ain't in a sleeve. I'm gonna have to fire somebody. Rippling Rhythm in Hi-Fi with Shep Fields. Okay, and Golden Crest Records. Let's look and see what's in here. If for some reason don't have it, well, looks normal, looks average. Well, somebody's going to lose their job on Easter Sunday because they can't put records in the sleeves like God intended. This, I haven't got anything better to do. I know the feeling. Astrid Gilberto. I don't know. Jerry Lee Lewis, not Jerry Lewis, who recently passed to the sadness of very few people since he was universally hated. But Jerry Lee Lewis is going to live on forever. Old-time country music. I mean, his wives didn't live on forever. You know, there's guns and swimming pools, and things happen. Or was that Shatner's wife? What's the difference? Allegedly. Satire. No sue. Old-time country music. Take Me Back to Old Virginia. John Henry. Old Black Joe. I wonder how that would play on the radio these days. My Blue Heaven. The Crawdad Song. Deep Ellum Blues. You Are My Sunshine. And this is on Sun Records. And this album available on 8-track stereo and music cassette, meaning it probably was from the, I'm guessing, this looks like a early 1970s release. There's no way to know. There's literally no way to know. Benny Goodman. Plays world favorites in high fidelity. 1 o'clock jump. Bugle call bag, rag. Me to me, poor butterfly. Sing, sing, sing. Anyway, playing those world favorites. I'm not sure if it was on the jazz documentary of PBS's Ken Burns production of jazz. That, was it Benny Goodman? People didn't like him. He was kind of a jerk. Maureen McGovern. Let's see, nice to be around. Give me a reason to be gone. All I want, all I need. Like a Sunday morning. Memory, although that's not the memory from Cats, because Cats hadn't been written yet. She was famous for the Poseidon Adventure theme, the morning after. But they say, oh, well, Maureen McGovern, you're a one-hit wonder. This is your song. No. Maureen McGovern later did the theme song to the TV series Angie, Different Worlds, which briefly hit the top 40 in the 1979, early 1980, with Donna Pescow. Don't call nobody a one-hit wonder, and don't call it a comeback, because it wasn't. Ray Martin and his orchestra did the orchestral intrigue, the Thunderball, and other thrilling music. Theme from the FBI, A Man Alone, the theme from The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Kiss Kiss Bang Bang from the film Thunderball, I Spy theme from Trials of O'Brien, which you didn't see, which I didn't see, which no one saw. I think it was, you know what, I may be lying, because I think, right off the top of my head, the Trials of O'Brien might have been the one that had Carl Betts from the Donna Reed show in it, in his dramatic courtroom drama that lasted less than a year. I don't know how I know this, but I think I know this. Ride of the Valkyries. I thought it was Rise of the... No, because it wasn't Rise of the Valkyries. That would have been the prequel. Ride of the Valkyries is when they rose, they got up, they had a good breakfast, and they went on a ride, like in Wild Hogs. Anyway, Wagner. Which reminds me, of course, I got kicked off Twitter a while back. I think I got kicked off. I was only on there for 10 years and only had like 6,000 posts. And I don't know, you piss people off and various disagreements. Okay. But I thought about getting a fake email address and going back on there, but it's just not worth it. And my name I was going to use would only cause trouble. I mean, you know, the initial J period, J Dolph Twitler. And imagine the trouble that would cause. That's satire. I wasn't going to do that at all. It's a joke. Not even funny. And it's Easter Sunday. How disrespectful can I be? I'm asking for it. This'll cover it. You'll think about this. Tuxedo Junction. Disco orchestrations of popular hits, perhaps. What was $1.99? Goodwill. Agenda for Choo Choo. Moonlight Serenade. I Don't Know About You. Tuxedo Junction. Disco. Marty Robbins. This is a 2-record set. This was released right shortly after his death. A Lifetime of Song, 1951 and 1982. That was his recording career, not his entire life. But this is a 2-record set. A lot of his stuff, A White Sport Coat, El Paso, Some Memories Just Won't Die. I think that was like one of his last hits. Devil Woman. Singing the blues, knee deep in the blues, that's all right. Quality stuff. I'm going to save this one. I'll move this one back because that has a story. Greatest hits of the Fantastic 50s. And of course, to find out what's in here, I'd have to, it's not sealed. I had to pull it out and look at it. But I should say it's some hits of the 50s that were fantastic. Now, what am I going to do? How will I find out what's in it? Well, I guess we'll have to vote for it to find out what's in it. Put your comments down there at the bottom, both of you, and let me know if I want to open this to find out what's in it. Look, the other one. Latin a la Lee. The other Peggy Lee Latin-themed album. I knew I had it, but ironically in this stack, what are the odds of that happening? Very small, remote. Things like Heart, that's a song. On the Street Where You Live. Hey There, I Could Have Danced All Night. The Surrey with the Fringe on Top. Dance Only With Me, The Party's Over. I Enjoy Being a Girl. And the last one in the stack. Now, when I was a kid, I grew up, in a musical environment, although we don't play music. We listen to a lot of music. And my brother was a DJ, and the other one just bought a bunch of records. Sisters all listen to their own kind of music. And I was the victim of all of it. My dad, big country music fan, and around 1978, 79, I saw this TV offer on TV, as you would, because there was no internet, and we didn't have computers. We didn't have that. And so he sees this 8-track being sold. Hilarious. The guy is on there, and he's pushing it himself in what could only be described as like a proto-music video. This is all before MTV. We didn't know about that yet. And so he's doing little comedic things, and this 8-track arrives, and we listen to it, and we listen to it over and over and over again, and it becomes ingrained in the brains. Right up here, like JFK, right here. Becomes ingrained in the brain, and it wasn't no Weird Al. If country had a Weird Al, it would be tragic. But instead, we had this. Now, when I saw this for 50 cents at a Goodwill store, you can imagine how much I needed it and wanted it. It's got all his satires of popular country songs that you wouldn't remember, but I remember because I grew up having them shoved like a stake, like a vampire with a stake, into my ears. This is me. This is country music in the 70s. Country music, country music, country music. And while I don't have a lot of country music, I certainly know more about country music than most people. I would say most people that I know. Well, no, I live in East Texas, so everybody knows all this crap. But I certainly have a working knowledge and understanding of country music. Songs like, they're satires of these songs, but they still have the names of the songs, right? Like Harper Valley PTA, later that same day. Say, this is the day that Willie Johnson stopped to do the Harper Valley PTA, and he comes in, he's drunk, right? And then Almost Persuaded, and then Hello Walls #2, where he's going in the house and he's drunk. Why did you let them move the floor? Stuff like that. Rolled in My Sweet Baby's Arms, Little Brown Shack Out Back, Tribute to an Outhouse, Help Me Fake It Through the Night, Games People Play, Don't Go Near the Eskimos, Inuits, Inuit Shebwooly, or been colder. That's my paw. I walk the line too. I keep my pants up with a piece of twine. Please be mine, and I'll let you pull the twine. Been colder. 15 beers ago. Little Green Apples. Do a Little Green Apple quick step. And his biggest hit on here, not a parody, but a genuine actual hit from the 1950s Purple People Eater. He's Shebwooly. And that's quite a pile of records, you might say. Well, I say we've only just begun, except we haven't only just begun. This is kind of the end of the video. Well, see, otherwise I'd be down to these last couple, like the Barry Manilow things, which I looked at last week and the week before, maybe. And I noticed I have had 2 of these. I saw one out there in the hall when I'm grabbing this crate. What's up with me and the Barry Manilow? Don't know. Well, that crate emptied it somewhat. We'll work on the next crate in the next exciting episode. I'll get through all these and I'll do that rating system I promised. It's bound to happen. As long as I have records to look through, I get a show that no one can watch. You know, I woke up this morning and I had a dream first while I was asleep. You have the dream while you're asleep and then you wake up. And it turns out, in my dream, I had 893 subscribers. And I'm almost there to the 1,000, right? And, but no, wake up and it's still 29 subscribers, who I appreciate all of you, and because I'm like 2 of you myself. Anyway, I do appreciate it. Someday I'll get to 1,000, as if that really matters, because I'm not streaming live, and I do have a laptop I can stream on if I ever figure it out. That's not important right now. We'll, I forgot how to use this thing. It's been like 5 days. Totally forgot how to use it. I know that I'm supposed to click this button, and when I do, I click the button.